Hello, hello, hello. Hi, everyone. Hope you're having a great day. Welcome to another edition of the weekly download. Hey, everyone. This is Mitchell Dumlao. And again, this is the weekly download, my weekly tutorials and how to videos on all things video production, video making, filmmaking, video marketing, and everything about video content and making video content. And today we're going to talk about how to manage a video team to lead them towards victory, to getting the job done. A lot of people out there, they like to do things by themselves. I know this because I used to be that person, and I know how it is just feeling more in control when it's just you and you against the world, right? No one else. And because you've been burned before, you've been burned with some vendors out there or contractors or creative people you've worked with before who actually either they delivered wrong on not on time, or you basically had a really bad experience working with people on set, or sometimes you feel like it's better for you to just do things by yourself because you get things done quicker. But what I've learned is that it's really essential to work with a team, especially when it comes to video making and also filmmaking, because it's a team sport. Filmmaking is basically a crew that gets a script and then executes it to get the best visual story. And I think that what I've learned over the years when it comes to managing a team is that it really comes down to three things. And the first thing is really knowing the people and their working styles. There's a lot of people out there who can be the type A personality, who basically will, want to do things all their way, and they want to get things done. They want to do it as fast as possible, and they want to just have things on a to-do list. And by the time it's done, that they basically they basically want to go back to that list, and that's where they're going to get all their to-dos, right? At the same time, there's people who are very creative, and they're just like, I want to be motivated. I want to get that muse. I want to make sure that I'm in the right zone. I'm in the right vibe, and I want to get things done. If you know what kind of working style your people are, most efficient at, this is going to help you communicate with them better. And so for me, I like to have a balance of both. I like people who like to get things done at a very punctual, consistent, and also in a very business manner. And I also like people who like to be creative as well. And it depends on the department. I want my producer to be, organized. I want my producer to be on time. I want them to be always be on top of me when it comes to tasks. And same thing with my AD. Now, if it comes to art department, or even with camera, sometimes you would want that creative person, but you want to keep guardrails, and you want to make sure that people get things done on time. And so to really know people's working styles, this really depends on the pre-screening process. This is the whole thing with film school. Like, if you work with people and you don't like them, then the next project you don't hire them again, and then you work with people that you like. And so when it comes to a project, if you're on Staff Me Up or Mandy or any other type of production workshop, platform looking for people to hire, then you would do a call. And when you have a call, you're just going to have to make sure that they understand what the project is about. You ask them about their experience, their skills, as well as their type of workflow. Do they like to be told what to do, micromanaged, or you just want to give them, or do they just like to know what the overall goal is, and they'll handle it no matter what the process is to get there. All right. For me, I like to have a phone call, and I like to just make sure that they actually understand what the project is about, that they know what their tasks are. And then I can really tell from the phone call and the way that we go back in emails if they're the type of person I want to work with. If they're slow on emails, if they're rude, or if they're pretty abrasive, or they just feel like it's not the right fit, then I'm not going to hire them. I'm going to find somebody else. This is really important because I would rather hire someone that is decent at their job and is a great person to work with, rather than someone who's the most talented in the room but is an asshole to work with, right? So I feel that this process is really important because you don't want to be stuck in a situation where you're in post and you're working with someone who's very difficult, and you're stuck with basically trying to babysit someone while the client is asking you for the deliverables. All right. The next thing is that you should really make sure that everyone knows what their tasks are and what the goals are. And you can list that out before, either on a contract. You can list it out in the post you put on Staff Me Up or Mandy. It can be done on an Asana digital worksheet. Whatever it is, it's good to let people know what their tasks are and what the goals are for the project and for their actual role, so they understand what they need to do in order to be successful. Okay, so I know this is pretty, self-explanatory, but sometimes people would just hire a PA and they come on set and they're like, all right, what do I do? And people would just be like, I don't know, you're a PA, figure it out. Right? It's better for you to be, have a whole list in mind. Like, okay, you're going to go pick up craft services. You're going to make sure that all the bathroom is clean. You're going to check in the actors. You're going to make sure they sign the release forms. You're going to wrangle all the cables. You're going to tape down all the cables. You're going to help camera department and all of that. And also happens for post-production. If you hire an editor, it's like, I need you to, download all the footage. I need you to log all the footage. I need you to create a rough string out. I need you to send me the string out. Then I will give you notes and the best takes. Then I need you to create a rough cut. And then I need you to put the B-roll on top. And then after that, I need you to send me the rough cuts. And then after that, I'm going to give you notes. And then the deliverables are, 1 minute cut and 2 30-second cuts. All right, being really specific is really great when managing a team, because then people know what they need to do in order to get the job done. All right, and there's also the goals. I like this because it really helps with just looking at from like a 50,000 foot air view and just saying, like, the goal of this project is to really promote this brand, to make sure that people get they know who it is and they buy it online. All right, so people know, okay, this is something that's about selling a product rather than telling a story and being artistic. All right, let's just try to find ways to sell this product, and then vice versa. Like the goal for this project is to really inform people about the crisis at the border and the people who get stuck and all the stories that happen from there. Right. And then from there, it's like, okay, we're trying to tell stories here and authentic stories. So let's get more authentic stories, and let's try to make sure that every time that we're on set, we make sure that people feel safe when they're vulnerable. And if it's in post, okay, now we know what kind of stories we're creating or videos we're creating. All right. So really make sure that you have the task and the goals solidified. And the third thing is pretty, self-explanatory, is making sure that communication is open and also communication is consistent. There's people out there who like to text and then Slack and then message and then call and then email. It's too much. It's all over the place. All right. It's great to have everything in one place, whether it is an email thread or if it's a Slack channel or if it's a WhatsApp. I prefer Slack. So I have my producer, my editor, my assistant, and just all my people on Slack. And when it comes to vendors, let's say it's an editor, then we go back and forth on emails, and then we're on frame.io, where they can have comments, and we leave comments and we communicate on there. This way, you're not stuck trying to find notes and try to find correspondence on different platforms and trying to, find that email or that message that they sent for that cut or for those notes that you're looking for. So it's best to keep everything and all communication consistent in one place. So when you're managing a team, if you need to call someone or communicate with someone, it's either texting them or calling them or slacking them or emailing them. Whatever it is, it's always good to keep communication consistent and open and make sure that you talk to folks when it comes to what things that need to be done. And another thing too that I should have mentioned beforehand is that on top of making sure that you lay out what the tasks are and what the goals are, you have to lay out what the deadlines are. All right. So if it's on production, by the end of the day, we need to get all these shots done. If it's pre-production, we need to make sure that we get the location, the script, the storyboard, the casting, the equipment, everything done before the 5th of April. All right. And then, of course, with post-production is that we need to get all the deliverables done by the end of May. Right? It's great to have these deadlines, or else you're going to be stuck with people who are just going to push the deadlines, or no one knows what they're working towards. All right. So that's pretty much it. I think it's really simple. Honestly, get to know the people that you're going to be working with and make sure that you know their working styles and you guys align with your working styles, and you know how to talk to folks with different types of working styles, and just hire people that you want to work with. 2, make sure that the tasks, that the deadlines, and also the goals are in one place and that they are clear so people know what they need to do, when they need to get done, and when deliverables need to be sent. Right. And then number 3 is to make sure that the communication is consistent and in places that people know where to go. So you're not on 5 different platforms talking to somebody, but you have, one place or 2 places that you contact folks. Again, Slack, Messenger, WhatsApp, there's emails, there's calling, there's text. Consolidate it. All right. And just make sure that you can keep all the correspondence in one place. It's good to have a paper trail and a record. Cool. All right. Well, hopefully that was helpful for all you out there. Thanks again for watching. If you have any questions, please leave a comment below or send me an email at mitchel@videocontentschool.com. And again, I do this every single week. And so feel free to like, comment, and share this with anyone you think would find this helpful. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.